It's the NFL on EA Sports. And we've got the rocket-armed Will Levis. He got his reps in a week ago, over 400 yards through the air. It's the Rams and the Eagles coming up next.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. Today we've got a Week 5 matchup in store here, as it'll be the Philadelphia Eagles taking on the Los Angeles Rams. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you look at this Rams team as they interplay. It's been a lost first month of the season, that's for sure, as they come in with an 0-4 record.
And the window's not shut on them, though. They still have a chance to make something out of this season, but it has to start right now.
Meanwhile, for our visitors, the Eagles, they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4. And off we go from SoFi Stadium. From a yard or 2 deep, here comes a return. And he'll be stopped right around where he would have been had he gone down to a knee, maybe a yard shy of there at the 24. So out come the Rams now for their first possession. And they will be led out by their rookie quarterback.
And this is a game for grit, determination, and somehow finding a way not to panic. What a horrible start for them. I mean, they haven't won a game yet. So now, as a quarterback, you're not just talking to your team. You've got to demonstrate to them what they need to do to win. He's got to be the leader by how he plays.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 15 carries, a trip to the end zone to go along with 118 yards.
Just an excellent performance from them on the ground last week, and that speaks to an offense that is operating at a high level on all fronts. Of course, that man running the ball, he's just seeing the field so well. But don't forget about his offensive line. They've really asserted their will out there and are confident they can repeat it again this week.
It's a gain of 11 and a first down, L.A. They'll give this to Akers running right. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Play action now. Levis. And that's incomplete. You look at this Eagle defense. They were very strong in that victory from a week ago.
Yeah, they gave up 17 points, but that's about what you consider the break-even mark. If you give up 17 points a game all year long, you're thinking you're going to be a playoff team. That's what you're looking for. Room to improve, of course. A pretty nice effort.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 45-yard line. A new set of downs after a strong pickup of 16 yards. So, Charles, take nothing away from this young man under center, because I know people think he's got a very bright future in this league, but I have to figure the defensive coordinators love the thought of squaring off against a rookie quarterback.
And especially if they have guys they can put together a game plan with that's going to confuse, disguise a lot of coverage, make this kid think a little bit. Because in college, he's seen a lot of things. Let's not get it wrong here. But at the same time, in the NFL, you can do so much more because of the athletes you have, because of their football IQ. And don't forget, you're going to throw a couple extra rushers at him as well. See if he can handle the pressure when those guys come at him.
Levis's throw taken in by Long here. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1. And forget about the run to set up the pass. They're just coming out throwing.
Forget trying to set anything up. They feel like they have the advantage. They feel like they have the matchups, and they're just attacking right now.
Yep, going to the air on the opening drive. They'll try and run for this with Akers. And he's going to get to the 31, enough for the first down. 5 yards is the pickup there as that extends this drive. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, and their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're open to do it consistently here. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. The end result, 21 yards. Little bootleg here. Levis. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. First down, a bit of a disaster, and now on 2nd and goal, back even further. They'll go with Akers here up the middle. Only a yard there, and that'll bring us to 3rd and goal. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, and now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Well, so a drive that spans all that time, and yet you may only come away with 3 points here.
Well, your defense, all right, they actually like these long drives. They get to rest over on the sidelines for a while. But when you're not finishing with points in terms of touchdowns, that's frustrating. They've got to figure out how to close out these long drives and get 6s instead of 3s.
So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard. The Eagles, the defending NFC champs, led out by a man who was the runner-up to Patrick Mahomes at MVP balloting a season ago. Of course, that's Jalen Hurts.
And he's playing at a very high level here in this early part of the season. In fact, he leads the NFL in passing yards. Now, that's not always an indicator of success, but in his case, it is.
Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10, right at the 30. Now a man picked up on draft night this year, DeAndre Swift. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. First play of the drive going for 14 and a 1st down. Off the play fake, here's Hurts. Open man, that's Devontae Smith. A big play there for Philly. 46 yards.
There's no doubt in my mind that not many guys in this league have had the impact that he's had here in the first half of the season. He's been a big play guy from the word go and continues to be one with another one right there.
So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. They go play action with Hurts. Buying time to his left. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Jalen Hurts, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Eagles are able to answer the early 3 points and take a first-quarter lead.
Jalen Hurts with another touchdown rushing. 13 touchdowns, led all quarterbacks last year on the ground. No one else had more than 8. And, of course, we all remember the 3-touchdown game in the Super Bowl. So called running plays or scrambles, Jalen Hurts is dangerous.
On for the extra point, Jake Elliott. He's got it. They'll see that opening drive field goal and raise it a touchdown, and that makes it 7-3. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game. And a methodical drive last time, but they couldn't get that knockout blow. They had to settle for 3.
But you got to... going along the way, right? It's almost like the body blows, the setup punch. As you said, they didn't get the knockout blow here, but that doesn't mean it can't come later in the game on another possession. And the defense on the other side,
maybe a little gas.
Yeah, right? A little tired. And if nothing else, they just feel relieved getting upfield, only giving up 3. They don't exactly feel like they've handled the offense.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. 2nd and 10. Here's Levis. That one too wide and incomplete. You look at this Eagle defense. They're a unit that struggled some against the run, no doubt, coming in 25th out of 32 teams.
And this group talks all the time about wanting to be better, getting stronger against the run. And to me, it all starts up front. You've got to win the line of scrimmage in order to play against the run very well.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their 2nd drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
He's going to look deep for Watkins. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
On 3rd down, here comes Swift. And he's got the 1st down yardage as he brings this up to the 47. It's a gain of 8, and it'll wind up moving the chains. The Eagles hit 3-1 here through their first 4 games. And they're hitting their stride of late. Winners of 3 of their last 4.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. That is caught. It's the tight end Goddard. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Dallas Goddard, his first touchdown on the year. And they're able to add on to their advantage. And you know, you and I praise tight ends in today's game a lot for being just like a bigger-bodied wide receiver. Boy, a play that long from that position, you just didn't used to see that as much.
No, you were really just counting on the tight end position to catch the football and get what they got on the catch. And now it's the run after the catch that makes him so dangerous. Hard to bring those big guys down when they get rolling.
Couldn't bring him down here. Got into the end zone. Elliott good on the extra point, and that pushes the lead up to 11. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. Now the Rams offense, they work their way back on the field. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. This defense, Charles, really played well in that win a week ago.
But we certainly had a nice conversation with the defensive coordinator, didn't we? And what we heard, I like what we did, but we definitely need more pressure on the quarterback this week.
Here's a run with Akers on 2nd down. And he takes this up right near the 45-yard line. Well, this defense for the Eagles, they were quite formidable in the win over Philly a week ago.
And no matter what's done throughout a ball game, it always comes back to blocking and tackling. That's the essence of football. But I think it's hard for people to understand.
Pressure comes, and down he goes. The Eagles get there for the sack. Josh Sweat rushing in and bringing him down to the ground. Ethan Evans on now to punt. The return is Ward. It'll be 37 yards there on the punt. And the Eagles will have it, taking over 1st and 10. All eyes on Dallas Goedert as the Eagles offense comes back out onto the field. Well, September sure treated him kindly. Now we flip over to October. Any reason to think that those numbers drop, or can he keep the pace up?
Well, he can keep the pace up, but it's going to get a lot more difficult now. To me, it's a lot like baseball. All right, when guys, when they first hit the league, whether it's a pitcher or a hitter, and they go through the league the first time and they're hot, people are going, wow, what a phenom. Then they get tape on them, they get scouting reports, they start to do different things. Let's see if he's going to adapt and expand his game in order to keep up that type of production.
That's a good call because he's a known entity. See how they defend him going forward. On 1st and 10, it's Swift. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. Well, look there at his numbers on the ground a week ago. Pretty good as he found himself in the end zone on 2 separate occasions.
And those are the most important numbers because no matter what you pile up prior to the goal line, getting in is all that matters. Putting those numbers up on the board, and they love them when they're 6s.
Hurts. Towards the end zone for Brown. And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points, but he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there. And the line to gain here is the 37 on 3rd down. From the gun, here's Swift. And he can only manage to get this to the 45-yard line, well short of the 1st. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. Here's Aaron Sipas now. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this will be touchdown inside the 20. They'll spot it at the 18-yard line.
Personal foul, roughing the kicker, defense.
That hurts. If it was running into the kicker, wouldn't be a 1st down. Roughing, it is a 1st.
And just think about the differences between the two. Running into the kicker almost feels inadvertent, just a small tap, so to speak. But when you rough him, usually bodies are hitting the ground and flying all different places. And the difference is 5 yards or 15. And in this case, that's a big play. They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball. But he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space, couldn't uncover at the end of the route, and that one winds up incomplete.
On 2nd down, Swift. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
More than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a touchdown, Eagles. Dallas Goedert with 2 touchdowns on the season, both in this game. And the Eagles are able to widen their advantage. Boy, still in the 1st quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Elliott on for the extra point. And it's 21-3. So that winds up a 7-play drive all told.
And the drive was all finished off on the touchdown catch by Dallas Goedert.
Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
And the LA offense ready for this next possession. The last series form a little disappointing, forced a punt. And now they'll try to do better here and come away with some points as they begin this drive. 1st and 10. Open man is Atwell, complete.
And he's going to get a good gain of 9 here up to the 34.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
Going right back to Akers.
He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
Now 3rd down is looming, a pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
Levis on 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Rams 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 21-3 is your score after 1. The Rams with the football here to begin the 2nd quarter as they've got it with a 1st and 10. A give running right is Akers. Down inside the 40.
Give credit to the defense for stringing that play out, and they gave up no cutback angle. You know he was trying to dart through. No place for him to go. A nice job there, only giving up a 3-yard gain.
Here's Levis. And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity, because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
The line to gain is the 33 on 3rd down.
Levis in trouble. Down he goes.
It'll be a loss of 8 on the sack, and it's going to lead him to 4th down.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this quarterback out, because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance, they've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
So here are the Eagles to take over. They were victorious a week ago over Philadelphia. They lead here as well as they start out 1st and 10. On the ground, it's Swift to start the drive.
And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. That's going to wind up a loss of a full 3 yards on 1st down. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the 1st down run goes backwards.
Play action. Here's Hurts.
Eluding the pressure right. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
Well, that turned out better than most of the passes he could have thrown on that snap. The coverage downfield was excellent, but the containment close to home left him a backdoor escape, and they paid dearly for not locking up.
2 minutes gone by, 2nd quarter. Now it's the backup Mariota. Flushed out right. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a 1st down.
That's the first time he's called his own number, but he's got to be overjoyed with the results. He wasn't just going to settle for a modest gain. To me, he was determined to come through with a big message to a defense that slept on him in the pocket.
They run out of the gun with Swift.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
And that's what I'd like to see out of this defense, a little fire, a little toughness. It hasn't been the best first half for them, but they did do a nice job there, forcing a loss on that play.
Looking at a 2nd and 11 now after the loss.
Hurts sets up to throw it.
Wide open is Watkins. He's got it. And this is going to be another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Rams 16. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
They'll throw on first down with Hurts.
Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
The way he's been slinging in the first half, you expect everything he throws to go for a touchdown, but I guess he's going to have to wait to try and pick up that third, isn't he?
Yeah, I thought he had him for a second, but you're right, not to be. And that's going to be caught for an Eagles touchdown.
Quez Watkins.
A 16-yard touchdown.
And the Eagles are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open in the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. So that drives 7 plays in length. The result, Philadelphia in the end zone. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away.
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field.
And right now these guys, they're shuffling a little bit, maybe doubting, because 3 straight drives have ended with them punting the football away.
Yeah, so you start pointing fingers at each other a little bit, asking a lot of questions. What are you seeing? What are you getting? Maybe trying to narrow down your playbook a little bit and maybe get simpler rather than more complex in order to try and fashion together a drive.
Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line.
Now Levis. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete.
They have to like what they've done defensively here at the outset of this drive. They forced a couple of incomplete passes, bring up a 3rd and 10. Don't be surprised to bring a little pressure on this snap.
Now Levis. He throws it on the move, but can't connect as that falls incomplete.
Well, this first half has not gone according to plan so far, offensively or even defensively for that matter. They could use a big-time spark somewhere, but it's not going to come on this drive as they have to punt this one away.
Broken tackle. It'll be a 40-yard punt, 8 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Well, let's shine the spotlight on the former Georgia Bulldog, DeAndre Swift, who's set to begin this next drive.
It's the second quarter. His team has the lead, but I think he's hoping for a little bit more production out of himself.
And we often talk about preaching patience to a runner when things are a little bumpy in the early going, but we have to do the same thing with the offensive line. They can't wait to halftime to make the adjustments. They have to do it from series to series for those surface tablets come into play. Check out what the defense is doing and see if they can find a better way to run it.
So they search for that patience here now. So give him 2 yards there on the completion, and it's 2nd down.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Going deep here for Watkins. And got his man complete. Touchdown.
Quez Watkins
with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half.
And the Eagles are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
Okay, we need to double check here with Marvin because he keeps all of our good stats. But what I've got is 5 drives, 5 touchdowns, and they've got a nice, healthy lead.
Well, after the first drive, we thought things might be clicking. They're really clicking at this point. They're clicking about as much as they can click.
And right
I just
now,
said click a lot.
Yes, you did, but that's okay because the guy who's coordinating the defense, trying to slow them down.
Good luck.
He's going to have hair that looks like mine very soon. Not much of it.
Elliott good with a PAT. And a route is on here in this first half. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
Levis in trouble. Down he goes. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's a game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
Now a shot taken on 3rd down, but it's going to wind up incomplete.
Well, their first 2 drives only yielded 3 points. They might be thinking it's time to make something happen. Push the ball downfield and try and gain some points that way. Unfortunately, incomplete.
The punt team on now is from their end zone. They get it away. Here's Ward to return. And that'll be a return of 12 following a very nice punt. And the Eagles will have great starting field position here as they take over. Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. Well, everything right now that they touch on this side of the football, it seems to turn to gold. They've scored on 3 straight possessions. That lead continues to grow. And, I mean, if they can get points here, Charles, might almost be an insurmountable comeback for the other side.
I think you make a great case for that, so I'm going to flip it over to the other side. Could they make the big comeback? Certainly. Am I expecting it? Not at all. I think if we don't see a drastic change in how they're playing, this blowout's going to get bigger and bigger before the final gun.
And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. 44 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Here's Hurts to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Smith. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. No whistles and a stoppage here. Looks like one of the Eagles is in some discomfort out there. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. He'll get this off to Swift. And he is going to lose yardage here. It'll go as a loss on the play. Not what you need down here. It's going to be 2nd and goal. Throwing is Hurts. Open man, he's got him. That's Smith for the Philadelphia touchdown. A 1-yard touchdown pass. And the Eagles just continue to roll. So 2nd and goal there from the 1. They go to the air.
And the perfect down to throw the football in this sequence. 2nd down is always kind of the, do they throw it, do they run it? They worked it out to perfection on that one by throwing it into the end zone.
Elliott on for the extra point. And the route is on here in this first half. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was finished off by a touchdown from Devontae Smith. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. L.A. readies for its next possession. And Charles, a very uninspired effort the last time we saw them out there. It was a quick 3-and-out, and they punted the football.
Yeah, and you never want to get stopped so soundly during a series, but what would be even worse now is letting it happen again right here. They've got to get going.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30.
Levis now on 2nd down.
And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They're giving him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes. It's going to be another frustrating end to a drive here. This offense, they've not been able to get anything going in this first half. And now it's going to be time to gather on the sidelines and try and figure out what's going wrong. Who has an idea? Who has a plan? Time to implement it.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially.
And they will take over 1st and 10. DeAndre Swift and the Eagles back out there.
He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. Well, it's caught on the right side at Smith. So that'll be no better than an incompletion, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly.
Here's 2nd and 10.
Back to throw here. He's going to look deep for Watkins. Oh, and a bad throw there. It's intercepted. Picked off by Akella Witherspoon.
And the Rams will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line.
Roughing the passer, defense.
How big is that penalty? Wipe out the INT.
You'd hate to be the teammate that caused that penalty and wiped out the interception. You got to face that guy in the locker room. Not a lot of fun for you, and you hurt your squad.
On 1st down, Hurts.
And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Boy, that ball's just hanging up there waiting to be intercepted. That looked doomed from the start, but they took the deep shot anyway, and fortunately, it winds up incomplete.
Swift going to try up the middle.
Fighting through, and he's got space. And he's going to get this one all the way down to the Rams' 14-yard line.
79 yards rushing for him, as he has been tough to stop here this first half.
So how about this for field position after the big play? Inside the 15 now as they come up on 1st and 10. He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on 1st down on the sack. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
He didn't just deny a big throw there. He broke that one up in the red zone. An excellent play, one that may help save points on the board when this drive is over.
The Eagles on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 19. They'll set up to throw.
And that will be incomplete. Oh, he left that one in a bad spot, but fortunately it's just an incompletion and not picked to bring up 4th down.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
Mariota to throw for it on 4th. Touchdown, Eagles. A.J. Brown, 23 yards for the touchdown.
And the Eagles' decision to go for it pays off with 6 points. Eagles offense staying out there. Of course, Hurts always a threat to run. They'll go for 2.
They'll look to throw. Flush to his right. And, boy, talk about adding insult to injury. He's into the end zone to tack on 2 more. Out here's Elliott on to kick it away.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. L.A. set to take over again on offense. The defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. On 1st down, they'll start out with Akers.
And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
They'll go again here with Akers. And he can muster only a couple here to the 24.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Levis to throw it.
This is caught by Robinson.
And he's going to come up a bit short. He needed to get to the 35 for the first, but he only makes it to the 34.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. This is taken at the 23. Call it an even 40-yard punt, 7 though on the return, and out will come the offense as they take over.
Well, let's shine the spotlight on the former Georgia Bulldog, DeAndre Swift, who's set to begin this next drive.
Whatever he was doing in September, they're hoping that that carries over now to October because he was sensational last month.
He absolutely. And we all know where it started at the end of last season, right? All the offseason preparation, the weight workouts, the sprints, right? The vision that he had, what he was going to do this season. And, of course, it all came together with the rest of the team. Those big fellas up front, leverage, and, boy, are they getting downfield and creating extra blocks for him.
They really are. Everyone's been doing their job so far to create those holes.
Throwing from the gun, it's Hurts. That one almost intercepted, but it's incomplete. Not a good throw there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down. And short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. They will run straight ahead with Swift. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. It's good for a gain of 7, but still a few inches short here with 4th down coming up. Two minutes remaining in this first half of football. Here's Aaron Sipos out now to punt on 4th down. And now the up man has it. It's a fake. A little trickeration there, but it doesn't fool this defense. And that will force a turnover on downs. So they went with a trickery there on the fake punt, hoping to catch that return team flat-footed, but it did not work out.
And you were talking about trying to catch them flat-footed. That's what they were hoping for, trying to catch them off guard. But that's a well-coached team on the other side. They were more than prepared, and they were able to stop it.
Levis now on 1st and 10. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone.
Normally being a big-bodied receiver plays to their advantage downfield. Go up and make the catch, take the hit, and pick up yardage. But in this case, the hit was timed really well and popped it free from his grasp.
And he's taken down inside the 30. 19 yards the pickup there. Move the chains.
Now that's the kind of big play you'd like to see. This first half, it hasn't gone their way, and they could use a shot in the arm, something to perk them up a bit. And they get one here in the passing game.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. Now a 2nd and 10. A 2nd down throw from Levis. Throw left side, taken in by Jefferson. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Levis to throw once more. That is caught. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Now the Eagles will use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Levis to throw on 1st and 10 here. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's long. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it'll be 2nd down. Levis looking to throw. And it's complete. He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Van Jefferson from 4 yards out. And the Rams get a late score here in the final minute of the first half. Obviously, the scoreboard right now is not the friend of this rookie quarterback. But, hey, a touchdown pass there maybe builds a little confidence.
Every rep is valuable when you're a rookie. Every time you step up and throw the football, there's a lesson to be learned. Yeah, he took advantage of a little bit of loose coverage there with the lead. But at the same time, got it done. It'll take a little bit of satisfaction away from that throw.
Extra point splits the uprights, and they get a bit of a respite here from what's been an otherwise dreadful first half of football. Oh, a good return up past the 30. DeAndre Swift and the Eagles back out there. He's been good. His guys are winning. So far, the recipe working here in the second quarter.
He doesn't like to just tote the rock. He wants to carry his team on his back, and that's what he's done throughout this game.
Yeah, he's done that. He'll be hoping to continue that trend. On 1st and 10, it's Hurts. Going deep here for Watkins. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And with apologies to Dylan Thomas, apparently they're not going to go gently into the half. They're still out there firing haymakers. They took a chance on a deep ball there, but it winds up incomplete.
He's going to look deep for Watkins. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
He's going to go up top again. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete. So we've reached halftime here, and it's our visitors, the Eagles, leading this one. As we'll send you eastward to Orlando. Standing by with that EA Sports halftime report now is Jonathan Coachman. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in just a bit. But first, let's get everybody caught up with what's going on around the NFL here in Week 5.
Message received here. No need to wait. We're going to skip halftime and get right back to the action. Here comes the third quarter. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. So the Eagles with the lead, and they're going to get this football first as the third quarter gets underway. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. Out come the Eagles now as he'll go on offense first here in the third quarter. Hurts and the Eagles come up here 1st and 10 at their own 28-yard line. Third quarter starts with a run from Swift. And he is going to lose yardage here. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustments, what they talked about, maybe it was just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And again, the run defense stout this time. He maybe gets back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. Maybe a gain of a yard that time, but yeah, from the spot, actually no gain. So 3rd and long. 3rd and 12. From the gun, it's Hurts. He's going deep for Brown. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Now give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the 3rd. Fair catch called for and taken right near the 30-yard line. A 40-yard punt. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. They'll begin on the ground with Akers. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. Jordan Davis, just a monster on that play, stopping it from going anywhere.
I know they'd love to take some heat off of that young quarterback, but so far, not much in the running game, and this won't help things either. A loss on that play.
2nd down, here's Levis. And his throw here's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is incomplete.
And you can tell just by looking at him that this offense is a frustrated unit. Things are really unraveling here, and as a head coach, time to earn your paycheck. You've got to find a way to keep it together as that brings up another 4th down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Yeah, call it 38 yards on the punt, no return. And it will be Eagles football, 1st and 10. Well, let's shine the spotlight on the former Georgia Bulldog, DeAndre Swift, who's set to begin this next drive. He is knocking on the door for 100 yards in this ball game.
And it's so important. It doesn't seem like it's that big of a deal, just short of it, a little bit over.
A little bit over feels better to everyone. Offensive line, running back, team totals, just something magical about breaking that barrier.
He's right there on the doorstep now. 2nd and 10. Here's McKee. This is complete to Watkins on the slant. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. The result, a first down as the quick slant gets him 14. This one out quickly to Watkins. So the completion good for 6 yards, and it'll be 2nd down.
He decided to run a hitch route. It really helps to have a guy who can turn it loose. And, boy, he rifled one in there on that one. Not much run after catch, but it worked really well.
And this shot downfield on 2nd down is brought in. He's going to go out of bounds, but he takes this one down just shy of the 20. A gain of 28 yards there and give him a first down. Back to throw, McKee. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
They had their backs up against the wall a little bit, and they come through by forcing an incompletion. Now they've got to continue to ratchet up the intensity a couple of more times and get off the field before giving up any more yardage.
Looking to throw, McKee. And this one complete to Smith. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Now they'll have it 1st and goal following that gain of 17. And he's top 5 in the league in terms of receiving yardage because of plays like that. What have you seen from him on film that you like so much?
Well, I'll strip away everything else and get to what we call the moment of truth. When the ball's arriving and there's a defender there, he just comes down with the ball. He competes and takes it away. Great hands, great ability to finish the catch.
McKee to throw here. Oh, it's complete. A diving grab there by Brown. Touchdown. A.J. Brown. 2 catches, 2 touchdowns here so far. And the Eagles extend their lead yet again. Boy, another score. This lead gets even bigger. And, Charles, we haven't even hit the 4th quarter yet.
Well, forget the depth. But how can they get out of here with some dignity? Can they get a stop or two? Can they make a play on offense themselves? Anything to start to feel better about what's happened to them here in this one.
Elliott good on the extra point, and the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. Well, we're still in the 3rd quarter, so there's some time to kind of clean this up and make it look more respectable. Now, a win, that's probably gone out the window, Charles, but I don't know. Do you look at this as... And this throw will be intercepted. The safety, Terrell Edmonds, picks it. The rookie was trying to push it downfield, but the safety bit him.
And he'll learn that you have to hold the safety. And you do that with your head movement, your eyes, sometimes your shoulders. Hold the safety so that you can get back to the throw that you really want to make. He got so excited thinking his guy was open that he made it easy for the defensive back to go get the football.
The Eagles just about set to go to work on offense. Well, these guys hardly got a chance to catch their breath after the quick turnover, but I doubt they're complaining much.
Especially with the field position they get to start with. I wouldn't be complaining either. I'd want to get right back out there and get after them because now you have an opportunity to make a big play. I'd say let's be
Touchdown, Eagles. A.J. Brown, 26 yards. And the Eagles take the interception on defense and convert it into 6 points. Well, on the other sideline right now, it's just absolute dejection. But, Charles, let's focus on the positive. With the lead that they built here, they've done pretty much everything to perfection in this ball game.
They certainly have. Makes me think that their week of preparation was excellent. And they flowed into this game, and it carried over. And right now, I don't expect them to back off at all. They're playing so well, they just want to keep it going.
Elliott now to add the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the third quarter. A nice tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. And we'll see if they can bounce back from that last drive, in particular if they can bounce back at the quarterback position, Charles, after throwing their first interception of the ball game.
Yeah, and some guys, you know, they're going to want to try and get a big play right away and take control back. Others, they're going to want to look to hit a couple shorter passes, get a little momentum back that way.
But for the defense, that goal's not changing a bit. They want another pick.
You're exactly right about that. In fact, you've got to watch them a little bit because in coverage, they may cut down their gaps a little bit, maybe their splits a little bit in order to try and get to the ball even faster.
Meanwhile, Levis's throw pulled in by Robinson here. And he's upended at the 33 following a good pickup of 8. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. On the give, this is Akers. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. 48 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 16 times. On first down, they'll stay with Akers on the ground. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
4 yards on the pickup there as it'll leave him with a 3rd and about 4 more for a first. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Back to throw, it's Levis. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 37. That one good for 16, and the drive will continue. So from Philadelphia territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Levis. That throw complete to his tight end Long. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. It's a gain of 34.
You can feel the effort all the way up here. He tried his best to get there. Didn't quite make it, but down around the 2-3 yard line, gotta love the effort, and especially the big play that gave his offense a great opportunity.
And they'll bring him down after just a short pickup. That gets him 3 yards closer here as it brings... goal. Akers again, and this time he's not going anywhere. In fact, he'll lose yardage back to the 3. A 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards. 3rd and goal, try to make that scoreboard at least a little more respectable. 3rd and goal, here's Levis. And this is caught. He's got it. Touchdown, L.A. Van Jefferson, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. And the Rams are able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. So on this drive, the rookie leads him into the end zone, Charles, and that helps cancel out the points that were created on the previous drive when he threw the interception.
Yeah, let's give some credit to this rookie because instead of hanging his head, after his mistake leads to a touchdown, he comes back out and he's firing and made up for it right there. A well-executed series that helps reestablish some confidence in him to run this offense.
Brown now to kick it away after the touchdown.
From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
Philadelphia getting set to take the field.
Still comfortably on top, third quarter, as they start things here with a 1st and 10. McKee.
He sets to fire deep. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Following the incomplete pass, here they go again. 2nd and 10 from the 25.
McKee now to throw.
And it's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, he's smart enough to avoid the taunting rule, but I'll guarantee he quietly has told them, you might want to stop coming after me downfield because I just broke up another pass and took away a big shot that you were trying to succeed with.
Well, it's caught on the right side at Smith. And he's going to be brought down short of the 1st at about the 31-yard line. And that's good for a gain of 6. And it'll be 4th down. The Eagles send out their punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. 44 on his first punt, and this is a good kick as well. It's taken to the 26. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return.
The offense for Los Angeles returns to the field. Right now, Charles, it just feels like they're trying to keep pace. They did score the touchdown last time out, but they still trail by double digits here. We'll see if this offense is once again up to the task.
Yeah, and I think that after the last drive, they've got to be pretty revved up, don't you think? Everything they were doing was working pretty well. They go back out there with the same mindset, play at the same tempo and the same pace. Still a lot of time left to make something happen in this one.
Here's Levis. A short throw taken in by Long.
And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Levis now off of play action. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
Darius Slay with a pick, and a big return will get him all the way down to the 35.
Well, this is something we've seen before, partner. We've seen a defense bait a rookie, pretend to leave a window open, and then the defensive back jumped it as soon as the ball was released. Big-time play. They love taking advantage of the youngsters, and in this case, it paid off well.
Here's the Philadelphia offensive unit now as they head out to take over possession. They were forced to punt last time. Now, I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
Byron Young in there to record the 2nd sack of his young NFL career.
No question, that was needed by the defense because they're already trailing by a couple of scores. They had to get off the field without allowing another one. That sack on the first play, that may have derailed this drive.
Throwing on 2nd and long.
McKee
towards the end zone for Brown. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
I know conventional wisdom says, hey, don't get it all back in one play. But sometimes you go ahead and try to. They tried to get it all back on that one. Weren't able to do so.
On the handoff, this is Swift. Now, during that run, an injury here. We got one of those big blockers in some discomfort. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback.
The football going back to the Rams now. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Little bootleg here. Levis. Complete. Jefferson to target.
He's been big. 2 touchdowns earlier. Now he's got a first down here. And he's certainly been a huge factor in this when he's got the 2 touchdowns to his credit. Now they look to him again. He picks up the first.
Yeah, I can hear everyone saying, well, why don't you cover him, double him, triple him, do what you have to do. But sometimes they get locked into such a groove and such a connection, it doesn't matter how many guys are in his area.
He certainly looks to be in that groove right now.
First and 10, it's Levis.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
That's caught. Davis Allen.
And he has another first down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 43. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. So the 14 yards actually takes him from 143 to the other for first and 10.
A give up the middle to Akers.
And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
A 2nd down throw from Levis.
And this is taken in at the 5. And they will eventually get him down, but he's inside the 5 all the way to the 3. It's a gain of 35.
Well, as my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
Open man left side is the tight end long.
That catch good for 8, but still, it's 3rd and goal now.
Coaches always harp on the quarterback reading the defense and getting it to the open man. That's good recognition there. And how about what he did after the catch?
Yeah, hit your tight end, let him get some rack.
Yeah, when he gets moving, not many guys want to come over and put a hit on him, do they?
And Akers, he is not going to get there. They mark him short of the first.
So with a 4th and goal looming, we hit the end of 3 quarters of play. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Los Angeles. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. And his kick is good. And they'll get back 3, but this remains a large deficit. Well, in the grand scheme of things, those 3 points likely not going to matter much, but I guess they get a little closer, a little more respectability.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been outplayed all game long, but like my mom used to tell me all the time before I went out, dress up a little bit, son. Make yourself respectable. And that's what they're doing here. They're just dressing up the final score.
And he'll be brought down at the 28-yard line, so the decision to bring it out of the end zone gets him 3 more. Wide receiver A.J. Brown, you see he and the rest of his mates returning to the field here.
This defense, they wouldn't mind not seeing him again for a while. 3 trips to the end zone. How about that?
I think right now they would happily go to their general manager and say, is there any way you could get a trade for him, bring him over to our team so we don't have to cover him anymore? Because he is really having a heck of a ball game, isn't he?
Boy, he is. I don't know that mid-game trade's going to happen, but
one of the selling points of the in route is it gives the quarterback a really nice sight line to his receiver and almost on a direct shot able to throw the ball into the middle of the field and have a great chance of success as they did on that play.
And now a hook up downfield on 2nd down.
Look at the big man rumble. Touchdown, Philadelphia. Dallas Goedert, 66 yards. And the Eagles are closing in on a 4-1 start as they extend their fourth quarter lead. He has really settled in throwing the football, and that touchdown here in the fourth quarter gives him a pretty comfortable cushion.
He may be a rookie, but he's playing like fourth quarter, and the QBing is easy. How about this guy? Youngster, not worried about anything, just cutting it loose and having fun.
Elliott on for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. And now out on the field, here comes Los Angeles. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Back to the air on 2nd down, Levis. He'll get this one complete to Atwell. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31.
It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
Levis out of the shotgun now. He's got his running back out of the backfield. And he is going to have a Rams first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll throw it again with Levis. And now the ball's out. Fumble near midfield. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And his guys are going to take over at their own 48-yard line. And I don't know that that fumble is going to matter a whole lot. You look at the deficit here in the 4th. It doesn't matter. The coach on the sideline still scratching his head.
Yeah, not only scratching his head, but probably writing a note or 2 about we're going to address this come practice next week, because maybe that's the reason we're down this far. Doesn't matter at this point, but being sloppy throughout the game, not going to help them improve.
Let's go, baby. Turn it up.
The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. Following the fumble recovery, McKee going deep here for Watkins. That is incomplete.
Partner, you and I have struggled with this for years. You've got the lead. Just take care of the football and burn some of that clock. But there's something to be said for not taking your foot off the gas as well, because you can never have too big of a cushion. That one, though, falls incomplete.
Being chased out left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Well, I think it's pretty evident that any blowout isn't going to be big enough for them. They're already up 7 full touchdowns, and it's still not stopping them from throwing it deep downfield, taking their shots, trying to add more points.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down. And while all of that was going on with a sack, it appears, unfortunately, we have an injured player. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. This will be fielded at the 17. So possession goes over here on the punt. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Rams offense now making their way out to take over. It's now appearing that this losing streak is going to continue. You know, the coaching staff was confident that this was going to be the game to stem the tide, but that just has not been the case. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver.
wide, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
And Levis tosses his third interception of the game.
And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line.
Oh, my goodness, CD. I mean, this defense just continuing to dominate. They're really dominating on both sides of the ball. But for the defense, that's now 3 interceptions for them here in this ball game.
And what a great teaching tape for this defensive coordinator, right? When they go back and review this game, what does he always tell us that he preaches to his team? We're going to lead the league in effort. Well, they're doing that in this game as well as making big plays.
The Eagles offense back out onto the field.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth-quarter lead. Here's a handoff to Swift.
And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 37-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Part of the thinking when you bring in extra tight ends, you're hoping that each of your guys gets those one-on-one blocks and creates a crease for your runner. You know what the converse is, though? You've got to win those one-on-one blocks, and when you don't, that's the result you end up with.
They'll let this go for the end zone. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there, trying to take a shot, but it's 3rd down.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd down, here comes Swift.
And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. That'll back him up 2 yards and also bring up 4th. Here's Jake Elliott. Career long, by the way, for him, 61 yards. This will be from 56 yards out. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And that will extend their lead even further.
So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game. But to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession.
Facing a big fourth-quarter deficit here, things not looking good. You know, this offense, though, they've been in the top half of the NFL so far this season, but in this one, well, their defense has really struggled.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves them with 2 to go on 2nd down. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Levis back to throw. A short throw taken in by Long.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 7 catches for him now, and this last one, a 1st down.
Now Levis.
And his throw's going to be incomplete.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
Levis to throw once more. To the right side and complete to Jefferson.
And he has another 1st down as they'll get the ball down to the Eagles' 41-yard line.
Levis looking to throw.
Eagle pressure, too much this time. Down he goes. He couldn't get rid of it. He takes a sack for a loss of 6 to bring up 2nd down.
Levis to throw it. And that throw behind his man. He missed him. Incomplete.
That incompletion is not a surprise with the way that this one has gone, and the frustration, the body language is evident everywhere. This team, they've really been put through the ringer in this one.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw.
That's to the right sideline, and it falls incomplete.
At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense, they're just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they've blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Eagles offense and A.J. Brown headed back out there.
So far, he has the trio of touchdowns. Obviously, it's been a pretty good game for him.
So if this were hockey, they'd be throwing their hats out on the ice for the hat trick, right? I'm not sure exactly what you do in the NFL except applaud and continue to hope you see a little bit more of this. What a tremendous game.
You want to start a new tradition? What can we throw on the field?
I don't know.
Throw your mic out there.
A lot of fans would like that. Cut his mic off.
3 touchdowns so far.
They work now on 2nd and 9. Once again, it's Swift.
And he's taken down. It's a gain of 3 from the 17 to the 20.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
From the gun, here's Swift.
Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. They'll get 6 there on the run, but it brings up 4th down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Giving to the big tight end on 4th. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. They only got a couple, but a couple's all that they needed as they convert on 4th. I love those plays. 4th and 1. That's who wants it more, this time the offense.
Yeah, there's a lot of hooting and hollering in there, right? A lot of contact and a lot of collisions as they try and find some space. Who's going to drop their hips, gain leverage, and move the other side backwards? We saw it there for the offense getting it done.
On 1st and 10, it's Swift.
And give him 6 yards here as he stopped near the 35 at the 34.
This drive is... feels like old school fundamentals, doesn't it? Want to impose their will on the defense. What's that, 5 straight runs?
Yeah, 5 straight carries to start this drive, and like you said, the way it's working, they may just stick with it.
Right back to Swift again on 2nd down. And he'll get about 2 there to the 36.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Trying to keep the drive going here. This is play number 7 on 3rd and 2. They'll try and run for it with Penny. And he won't be close to a 1st down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
What a luxury to have a guy like this who can not only spell your starter, but can come in and keep drives going.
And they're going to try this again. It's another fake. And this is caught. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. The conversion is successful with a sizable gain of 13, and the decision to go for it looks like a smart one.
Always enjoy a good fake, but I really enjoy it when he throws the football from punt formation. Now, you were a kicker and a punter in high school. Did you ever do that?
One time, threw to my man Tim Jones on a botched field goal attempt. Hit him right in the numbers, and Jonesy just dropped it.
Oh, the poor guy. Well, we had a fake punt here, and this guy caught it, so I think he and his friends will be okay with that one.
And he loves his play call, right? He's been waiting for this one all week long.
Been had that arm loosened up ever since they got to the stadium.
They'll try and run some clock here with Penny. And now off to the races down the right side. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one 28 yards on the ground.
And having built that kind of a lead, they're able to do whatever they want right now. All momentum on their side, especially now running the football.
Yeah, you're talking about a defense being on their toes. They don't know what's going to hit them next at this point.
No, they went from toes to heels, and they're trying to figure out how to get back to the toes part.
They keep it with Penny on first down. And he'll manage to pick up about 4 at second down. Jordan Fuller there to take him down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
So it's Eagle football here as we get you reset.
2nd down and 6 now.
They've got a 2nd down now as they look to salt this one away. On 2nd down, here's Penny. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
Down at the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 4.
Heavy set out there on 3rd and 1. They give it off here to the tight end. And he's able to pick up the first down before he's tackled right at the 10. At 5 yards on the play there, as the drive will continue.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
Clock counting down toward 40 seconds as they take the knee. Well, fans usually love to see scoring, and there was no shortage of it today. What a dominant showing from an offense that was truly playing at an elite level in this contest.
Partner, this game was over a long time ago, and you noticed they did not want to slow down anything. Absolutely a dream scenario for everyone on that offense, and they took advantage of every second. Guaranteed popcorn for everyone in their film session.